I'm going to tell you right now how much this Maximum Series Spider-Man that was newly announced by Hasbro is going to cost next month when it gets released. First, I want to point out a couple things that I like about this figure and a couple things I don't. First, I think this stand for the web shooting, it looks kind of goofy. I understand the point of it, and it's kind of cool in a way because that action shot's pretty cool. You just have to, if you're going to take pictures of it, probably Photoshop that out. By itself, I'm not sure I would ever display it with that particular stand. Um, the accessories here, like the Spidey sense, I think it was mentioned on another video or a review I watched recently. Those probably should be yellow if we want to stick to the look that we're used to from the comic book. Regardless, it's still a good accessory, and I can appreciate that. Um, I think the classic look from McFarlane is a good look. It's fun. It's not my favorite personal look, but it's still a good look and one that I think a lot of people have been waiting for. The articulation looks great, and I know it sounds like most people are on the same page in terms of thinking that this is probably going to try and compete with some of the imports in some way, shape, or form. Personally, I really like the Hasbro Marvel Legends line, so I've been collecting most of those, and odds are I'll probably go ahead and try and add this to the collection. This is a great shot. I love the webs. I love the added texture on the webs. Those are the webs I like best from the comics. Thank you, Todd McFarlane. But let's get into it right now. I think with all of these accessories, my guess, if I want to compare with the other Spider-Man figures that have been released recently or over the past few years, currently there's a new Marvel Legends series Spider-Man upgraded suit here currently on Hasbro Pulse up for $24.99. And if you look at the difference in accessories that are available with these two figures, it kind of blows my mind. $24.99, you get one set of hands and one web accessory. I'm going to say right now, Hasbro, please, if you ever release a Spider-Man, especially the Peter Parker Spider-Man, you should release at least 8 pairs of hands. You need 2 fists, 2 accessory web holding hands, 2 wall crawling hands, and 2 web shooting hands. That should be an absolute must, and I don't think anyone would disagree with me there. But if you're going to charge $24.99 for this Spider-Man with 1 set of hands and 1 web accessory, then let's compare it with what you charged me earlier last year for $27.99. This was the original Amazing First Appearance Spider-Man. You can tell with the little accessory, webs accessories that goes underneath his back down here on the right. But you're going to tell me that for $3 more from this to this, you're going to get 2 extra pairs of hands, another long web, and what is that? 4 more extra web accessories for an extra $3. Here's the other picture, the same Spider-Man that was again released at Target with a light blue spider on the back. Same set of accessories, essentially the same figure. $27.99. So if we go back, and thanks for paying attention as I slide through these images, I would guess that this figure is going to cost probably $40. And the reason I would say that, I'm going to flip to the next picture. Currently, there's the Marvel Legends series Red Hulk, which runs for $40. Sorry, I'm decapitating you, but the Hasbro Pulse website doesn't allow me to see the whole thing without and show the price without this little friendly guy in the bottom left here. The Falcon and the Captain America are both $40. These are bigger figures with bigger accessories. And when we get to another example here, you have the Kang the Conqueror, which is $60. He comes with a giant throne and a bunch of set of accessories. So the equivalent of this is if you had maybe 2.5 figures, a couple heads, couple hands, that type of thing. So I don't know that I would justify paying $60 for this, but I would say that this comes with a lot more than what this new Extreme Spider-Man's going to cost. The 2-pack with Spider-Man and Vulture, that comes with a total of 5 heads, unless you want to include the little mask there. Again, we're missing some wall crawling hands here with the Spider-Man. Shame on you, Hasbro. You can give us a couple heads, but please, you got to give us wall crawling hands. That's just kind of ridiculous. So overall, you get, 8 sets of hands? I think this is justifiably, $50, $49.99. But I would say if you're going to say this new Extreme Spider-Man's going to cost $50, we're definitely getting a lot less than what you'd get in this 2-pack. I'm going to go ahead and skip through these. $55 for these two buddies. This is way too overpriced, and if somebody wants to argue with me about the articulation of this new Spider-Man and justifying that cost, then don't make me pay $70 for this Lockjaw that comes with extra legs when all he has is just little ankle joints, because he doesn't bend at the knees. He doesn't really get that posable, so this is just way too overpriced in my opinion. So again, all in all, I'm going to justify the cost that this Maximum Series Spider-Man is going to be released next month at $40. I know there are a lot of people that are saying that they would be willing to pay $50, and if it ends up being $50, again, for the second time tonight, I'm going to say shame on you, Hasbro. That's way too much for what we're getting for this figure. I think marketing is trying to market it as something new, and it is something new, but if you're going to strip out all the accessories and pull the figure out of the box and lay it next to previously released figures, you don't justify that cost. I'm sorry, you just don't. Well, Hasbro, good job on the action figure. Hopefully you get a good job on the price point.